Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So in today's tutorial I'll be teaching you how to sew this stylish bustier dress with a keyhole neck. So this is the part 2 to this tutorial. I'll be dropping the link in the description box, the link to the part 1 on how to draft this pattern. So this is the sewing aspect. I'll be dropping the link so you can check this out. So if this looks like what you would want to learn, please do not forget to hit on the like and the subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell so you can get notified whenever we post a new video. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for stopping by and thank you for watching my video. And also, this is what mine looks like after I was done stitching. It actually came out so beautiful and I love it. So guys, please give this a try and let's go straight into the video. So right now I've gone ahead to transfer my pattern to my fabric and I added half of an inch all the way, just like you see me doing. So I added half of an inch, and also I have 2 pieces, and this is actually on fold for the yoke. This is the side front. I've added half of an inch like so, and I have 2 pieces for the actual fabric and 2 pieces for the lining. I also iron my interfacing gum stay, hair stay to my fabric. So this is the front bask effects. So I've just gone ahead to transfer to my fabric as well, add half of an inch, then you are going to cut the lining piece. So to cut the back, you're just going to place your pattern on your fabric and add 1.5 inch seam allowance. Okay, that's just the difference between the front and the back. Make sure you have 2 pieces for the actual fabric and the lining piece. And here is the back. I've added half of an inch, and also I have my lining piece. So this is the center front. Go ahead and add half of an inch, and make sure you add your interfacing or hair stay to your actual fabric, because this material is actually silky. So next we are going to start stitching. So I'm just going to remove my pattern and place the center front and the side front together. Place them right side facing each other. Okay, then you go over to your machine and stitch using half of an inch. You are going to do the same thing to the other side. Also, for the lining piece, we are going to repeat the same thing. Turn it and stitch using half of an inch. Place the center front on the side front and stitch using half of an inch, and also you do the same thing to the other side. So for the yoke, I'm just going to open it up like so. I added my hair stay as well on the lining piece and on the actual fabric. So I'll go ahead and stitch the neck and also stitch this other side. And also I'm not going to stitch the center panel. I'm also going to stitch the armhole line. I'll do that and show you what it looks like. For the back, I'm going to impute my dart intake. Make sure you notch that place where your dart is from your pattern. So I've gone ahead to notch mine. So I'm going to place them together, right side facing each other. I'll stitch the armhole, and also I'm going to stitch the neck as well. So I'll do that and show you what it looks like. Please do not forget to stitch the zipper allowance, the zipper space. So next, I'm going to, for the bask, I'm going to be stitching the side. This is the back. I'm going to stitch this zipper allowance. Just stitch using half of an inch. Then you turn it to the right side. I'll repeat the same thing to the second one as well. You're going to stitch half of an inch. Okay. So after I was done stitching, this is what it looks like. I turn it to the right side and I gave it a good press. So this is what you should have. Also, for the back, I've gone ahead to stitch the armhole, the neck, and the zipper allowance, and I turned it out. This is what it looks like. Here is the second piece as well. So for the yoke, I also went ahead to stitch and turned it out. I gave it a good press, okay? And also, I also went ahead to iron this out after stitching. Can you see the bustier effect is already giving us that bustier look. This is looking so pretty already. So guys, this is the lining piece. This is without pad. We didn't pad this at all, and it's giving us the bustier effect. Right now, go ahead and get the center of this notch it. Take note of that point. And also I'll repeat the same thing to my yoke, place them together and get the midpoint. I'm also going to repeat the same thing on my lining piece as well. Right now you are going to place your yoke like so. Make sure you follow, you place it on where we notched. Then you're going to align it, turn it like so, and make sure is where is aligned. So we are just going to turn it to the back and stitch. You are going to secure with your safety pin. So measure from this end before securing with your pin, so you would know how to secure with the pin when you get to the other end. So I have 3.5 inch, so just go ahead and mark, or you can align or use your pattern paper whatsoever, just for you to get it right. Also, I'm going to place my lining piece to this. Make sure you notch the center of the lining, and you're just going to place them right side facing each the wrong side of the yoke. Okay, just go ahead and place it like you see me doing. Then you go to your machine and stitch using 1/2 inch. After I was done stitching, this is what it looks like. So I went ahead to turn it to stitch the lining to the main fabric. I made them one piece. Now we'll be joining the shoulder together. Place the shoulder right side facing each other, and you're just going to flip it in like so. We want to cover the rough edge. We want to attain a neat finishing. You're going to secure it with your safety pin, and you're going to stitch using 1/2 inch. After stitching, you turn it out. You repeat the same thing to the other sleeve. Place them right side facing each other, then you turn it like so. You're just going to secure with your safety pin so that it will be in place. I'll head over to my sewing machine and I'll stitch using 1/2 inch, then turn it out to the right side. I'll do that and show you what it looks like. So guys, after I was done stitching, this is what it looks like. It's looking so pretty already. The next thing we are going to do, I also went ahead to make them one piece, stitch the lining and the actual fabric together. So guys, next we are going to stitch the bask effect. So you are going to notch the center as well. Always notch the midpoints so that one end will not be longer or shorter than the other. So you are also going to notch the lining for the bask and also notch this center. So I'm just going to place them together, right side facing each other. Then you're going to place the lining as well. Okay, so fabric right side facing each other and also the lining right side facing each other. Go ahead and secure with your safety pin, then you stitch using 1/2 inch and turn it out. I'm going to repeat the same process to the back as well. Just go ahead and watch the way I'm actually doing this. Place them like so, right side facing each other. Then you use the lining to cover it up. Then you're going to secure with your safety pin first. Then you go to your machine, you stitch using 1/2 inch and turn it out. I'll repeat the same process to the second sleeve, to the second side. I'll do that and show you what it looks like. So guys, after I was done doing that, this is what it looks like. I'm also gonna ahead to stitch the fabric and the lining together, making them one piece. So this is it. This is what it looks like. Next, we are going to be imputing our body measurement. So I'm just going to divide my bust measurement. Whatever I have, I mark it. The excess, I'll measure and divide it into 2. Then you mark it on both sides. So you just go ahead and confirm if your measurement is the same. So on the waistline, your waist measurement divided by 2, the waist we are using is 27, divided by 2 is 13.5. So I went ahead to mark 13.5, and I'm going to measure the XX, which is 4, divided by 2 is 2. So I'm going to be marking 2 inches on both sides, okay? So just go ahead and measure to confirm if if you have 13.5. So I'm just going to connect from the bust to the waist on both sides. And also for the hip, I'm just going to measure our upper hip measurement and divide it by 2. Whatsoever you have, you mark, and the XX, you're going to divide it into 2. So I'm going to be marking 1.5 on both sides. So just go ahead, mark 1.5 and connect to the waistline. So next I'll head over to my sewing machine and I'll stitch, but before then I'm going to place them together and stitch on the right side first, then I'll now turn it to the wrong side before stitching. So this is just to attain a neat finishing. Stitch on the right side first using half of an inch, turn it to the wrong side and stitch. So after I was done stitching, this is what it looks like. Can you see the side? It's looking so beautiful. So next is we're going to be stitching the pleat. It has a pleat or gathers around on the waistline. So this is actually a long gown. So I'm going to get the midpoint of my bask. Then also for the pleat, I'm just going to be I went ahead to use 4 yards. I use 4 yards for this because I want it to be full. And also for the length, you're going to subtract your half length from the full length. So the half length, my half length minus the full length, what I have is actually 46. So I went ahead to fold the hem of one end, okay? Then also I'm going to be folding my fabric into 2. You're going to be folding your fabric into 2, and again you fold over again into 4, into 2 again, making it 4 fold, because we want to notch this fabric so that when we are pleating it will be easy, so that one side will not be fuller than the other. So make sure you notch after folding into 4, notch like so. Then when you're going to notch the other side, you're going to leave about 1.5. That will serve as a zipper allowance. So you're not going to place them equal at the other end where there is opening. So you notch the other center as well. So I'm going to be placing this on my fabric, right side facing each other. I'll go ahead and start pleating. You're not going to start, you're going to leave stitch first 1.5 before you commence your pleats. So make sure you make use of the notch. Everything you're going to pleat is going to be within this space, okay, so that this will be balanced. So I'll do that and show you. After I was done stitching or pleating, this is what it looks like. When you turn it to the right side, this is it. It's looking so pretty already. Now I'll be using my lining piece to cover this up. You're still going to fold into 4 like I did for the main fabric, and you're going to notch the center front, and also you're going to notch the sides, okay? So I'm going to place this now on my lining piece so that we can cover up our rough edge. So this one you can decide not to put lining, but I want to attain a neat finishing. That's why I'm using lining for mine. So I'm just going to place my lining like so, and I'll secure with my safety pin. And make sure you leave like half of an inch first before stitching, so that we can stitch or cover up the side, the zipper side, the center back zipper side. So you're going to work with your notch. This is our center front, and this is our side front. So all your pleats is going to be within this space, okay? So you're going to pleat, you're not going to exceed that place that we notched. This is just to help your pleats to be balanced. So I'm going to stitch this other side as well. This is the side of the zipper. So we are going to stitch the both sides. So guys, after I was done stitching, this is what it looks like. Can you see? This is what it looks like. I'll go ahead and turn it to the right side so you can see. This is it. This is actually looking so pretty. We are almost through. The only thing left is to fix our zipper, and that will be all for this tutorial. So I'm going to place them together, right sides facing each other, and I'll mark where my zip is going to stop, like about 5 inches from the waistline, and I'll stitch all the way down, then fix my zipper and show you what it looks like after I was done stitch fixing. So guys, this is the final outcome, and I honestly love the outcome. So if you find this helpful, do not forget to share this video, like and subscribe to this channel, and do well by turning on your notification bell so you can get notified whenever we post a new video. So guys, until I see you in my next video, bye.